to welcome to the program now Barry Bessie. He is the general manager of Reams Food Stores. If you live in Utah, you know what Reams Food Stores are. They have 4 grocery stores, 3 clothing stores throughout the area. And the reason I wanted to talk to you, many stores are going to curbside pickup. The last time we talked to you a few months ago, you were going to that, and that has taken off like gangbusters, hasn't it?
It's done well, yeah. And we've actually, the last week or so, we've seen a little uptick again because of the Omicron variant. I think more people are wanting to come pick up their groceries on the curb instead of going into the store.
How does that work? You call or you just go on the website? How does that work? You go to Reams?
Yeah, you just go to reams2go.com, order up what you need. We get it ready for you. When you arrive, you just send us a text or a phone call and we'll bring it out to your car.
And reams2go.com, when I get there, there's a meat section and a dairy section, or what do I see when I get there to order stuff? How does that literally work?
Yeah, you just go to the department that you want, or you can in the search bar, you just type in what you're after and it'll pull it up for you.
But sometimes I might want to go through and get, several weeks worth of groceries, a $100 or $200 order or so, right? I can just go up and down the aisles virtually.
You've got to hit a department tab, or you just use the search bar. When I do it, I usually just use the search bar, just type in what I'm after and it pops up.
I've been down there and I see just right in front of the store, there's those spots that are reserved where you can text and they bring it right out to you, put it in your trunk or the back seat or whatever.
Yep.
I wanted to talk to you also about supply shortages. We have heard nationally, and I don't know so much about locally maybe, but we've heard about not only inflation, but supply shortages. Let's talk about supply first of all. I've seen pictures of empty shelves, but I really haven't seen any empty shelves myself. What are your thoughts?
It's still kind of like it was, it's off and on, hit and miss. 1 week we may not have a product. The next week we'll have it.
So you are seeing some shortages then?
Yeah, off and on. There is some shortages. Right now we've got a local dairy company that brings our milk. They're having some staffing issues, so they're a little short on stuff, but they're taking care of the gallon milk's going to be there where the pint milk may not be. There'll be one size of sour cream where there might not be 3. They're taking care of the necessities for us and doing their best.
So this to me, or not to me, but to you, from what I'm hearing, looks a little like the same as the airline. The airlines were canceling flights, not so much because of weather, but the crews were sick. So you don't think this is a supply chain issue so much as people are just at the manufacturing level getting sick and unable to produce the stuff?
I think currently right now, that's what we're starting to see. Late deliveries, stuff like that.
How about you guys? You stepped up at the beginning of this pandemic. I mean, you had people working double shifts back then, we talked about. And how about you? Are you seeing employees who are staying home because they're ill? You seeing the same thing?
They're staying home and we're sending them home. Even if they think it's a cold or a scratchy throat, they've got to go home till they get tested. We've been doing a little bit of juggling.
Okay, but you don't see in the future a supply chain or a supply of product problem. At the beginning of this pandemic a couple of years ago, we had, the big thing was toilet paper, that we couldn't find any toilet paper. And I didn't even know that was I always thought bread and milk, when the snowstorm came, it was bread and milk that we looked for. And this was toilet paper. You don't see anything like that in the immediate future or the long-term future, do you?
No, I think categories are slowly improving. It's just taking some time.
Okay. How about another big thing that's on everybody's mind, and that is inflation. What are you, as the general manager of the 4 Reams grocery stores and 3 clothing stores, what are you seeing in terms of inflation? Because if somebody charges you more at the wholesale level, you're going to need to pass it on to people like me, your consumers at the retail level, right? So what are you seeing?
So we're seeing probably 2 to 6% increases for most companies. We're in a really competitive market. We can't just just go crazy raising prices. We've got customers that we need to keep happy, and we need to be competitive. So we're out there, looking at competition and being competitive. But yeah, you can't eat every price increase that comes across your desk. You've got to inch some stuff up. But it hasn't been horrible, but it's been steady.
How about foods, meats? Can we separate it out into categories? Never mind what you're charging us. I'm sure you're trying to be, like you say, be competitive. But from what you're you seeing greater increases in meats or dairy or canned goods, or what do you think?
I think it's pretty much across the board. Meat seems to be stabilizing at the moment, but meat's always fluctuated week to week. So, but it's the meat seems to be leveling off.
Dairy?
Dairy's leveled off a bit. Just
Okay,
a bit.
So clothing, we were talking about 2 to 6%. You've got those 3 clothing stores. What are you seeing there?
A lot of the clothing increases is coming from shipping.
Okay.
They're charging us a lot more for shipping right now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go back and remind everybody once again, we've got this Omicron part of the COVID virus, and who knows what's coming next. But at your 4 grocery stores and clothing stores, we can still go to reamstogo.com and virtually shop, drive our car to one of the 4 Reams grocery stores or 3 clothing stores, and you drop it off. That's it? That's how it works?
That's how it works.
Okay. And pay the bill. Pay the bill with credit card, I guess, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do we pay online and have it delivered? Or do we pay in person? How's that work?
You just pay online.
Okay. Barry Bessie, he is the general manager of the Reams stores throughout northern Utah. Thanks for joining us. We'll do this again. That was very informative.
All right. Thanks, Bill.
Great. Thanks, Barry.